What makes it so difficult to be around a narcissist is their devious and eccentric nature. They behave in ways that makes you feel targeted and cornered as an individual because their main goal is to never let you be at peace. You do not feel safe in your own home, no matter in what corner you hide. You feel their eyes and ears are all around. And let me tell you this, you're not paranoid. They have a weird behavior of secretly collecting information. How do they do it? We'll talk about that in this episode, and why we'll also find that out. I'm Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. The topic that we are going to discuss today is 5 demonic and weird behaviors narcissists display to make your life a living hell. If that sounds interesting and you're eager to know why you're not the crazy one, please stay until the very end, because I am going to give you deeper explanations so that your responses are validated. Behavior number 1, eavesdropping. Narcissists secretly listen to your conversations to establish control and to make you feel unsafe. My father did it all the time. So did his family. It was not a bad habit. No, it was a fully developed personality trait. You can be having a conversation with somebody either in person or on a phone call, and something inside tells you there is a person. That is that narcissist listening. You check, and voila, you find somebody there. You catch them red-handed, or you see somebody running away. I'm sharing my experiences. It used to happen all the time. The crazy thing is, in my case, he would not run away. He would look at me with those predator's eyes and a smirk on his face, as if saying, "Gotcha." There was nothing like privacy at home. It felt he was everywhere, and that makes you feel extremely unsettled. You do not know where to hide, where to go. He would follow you. You could plan it very well and still find him just right next to you. I don't know how and why, but he somehow managed to not make a sound. He knew how to walk, and that tells me it's a thing running in the family. He had been doing it for years. Instead of feeling ashamed of his behaviors, he would try to punish me right in the moment. How dare you talk about me to so-and-so? Why did you? And this is the thing he would do with every family member. Everybody would say, "Oh, come on, we cannot talk about that thing right now because he's around. Who knows? He might be eavesdropping on you." They do it. It's a control thing. It's a weird behavior. It's an unacceptable thing. They need to know what's going on so that they can have control over the situation. Have you experienced something like this? Let me know in the comments. Crazy making behavior number 2, lecturing you for hours. A narcissist can go on arguing for 6 to 7 hours straight without needing a break. To this day, I cannot understand where do they get that energy from. Like, if you were to argue with them only for 5 minutes, you will find yourself totally drained. But they can talk and lecture even when nobody is present. They do not get tired at all. And the only thing that explains their behavior is their vampiric nature. They are dark and evil entities, and you know they thrive on negativity and chaos. They can rant for hours. Why? To disturb your mental state. Imagine somebody beating a drum in your ear. Like, it's quite loud. Half an hour you can tolerate it. 1 hour now, it's starting to impact you. Then hours. How irritated, agitated, and angry would you be? That's exactly what happens to you. They rant and rant and rant to get a reaction out of you. Why else would they talk to themselves? Why else would they stretch out an insignificant issue? Of course, they want you to come and they want you to ask them, "Stop. Stop doing this. I am done. I want to sleep. I have work." They want to know you are getting impacted. And this need to have this kind of control over you is what makes them so evil. They do not think about your emotional state. They keep psychologically battering you, and that shows they have no empathy whatsoever. Weird behavior number 3, gang stalking. Narcissists display this in a group. I have observed this behavior in my father's side of narcissistic family. My grandparents, their children, and grandchildren, some of them would sit together in a group and target a single individual. Let's say they saw that individual passing by, walking by, and all of them would raise their heads like meerkats, wanting to know what's going on, where are they going, and they would whisper to each other. I'm just sharing with you my raw experiences. Like their eyes would bulge out and they would want to know, are they going to their school or their college? Are they going to work? What is it about? Are they moving forward in their life? It would really bother them. And the goal would be to send a flying monkey or an enabler across to know, to extract the information. And that flying monkey would go as a friend. Oh, go ask and see what's happening. This gang stalking behavior can be really terrifying to deal with. Imagine you are gang stalked by your boss and his or her enablers at your work. And then imagine having to sit in a corner at your desk. The terrible anxiety you would feel because everybody is looking at you. Plausible deniability, you cannot prove it. They are observing who you are talking to, what's happening. The minute you make a move, they make a counter move. They function in a group and they act in a group as well. Behavior number 4, they use your rivals, your enemies, or your competition against you. Have you ever noticed how that narcissist would occasionally bring up your enemy and talk about their achievements intentionally? Let's say you are trying to lose some weight and that rival of yours is thinner in comparison, let's say. They'll somehow talk about it and how they look great in a particular dress that you may have bought as well. Why? Because they want to make you feel insecure. They know deep down it's going to bother you, but they want you to be bothered. They want to spoil your mood. Let's say you're trying to start a business, you're a startup. They'll talk about your big rival to instill insecurities in you. It's not just about saying, it's about showing signs. Like there will be wallpapers around, you might see cups with company names. That we can say in a way are your direct rivals, just to show that do not forget your place. You're nothing in comparison to them. You're going to fail. Come on, who do you think you are? You have this startup thing, it's not going to flourish. This rival mentality is used by a narcissist to kill your passion, to destroy your enthusiasm, and to strangle the spirit of entrepreneurship, which you may have been nurturing for years. Number 5 and the last one, they will increase your workload by weaponizing incompetence. Let's say you want that narcissist to help you with something. You'll say, oh, come on, I have children to take care of. I have to get ready for work. I have to take care of the chores and laundry and this, that, and the other. Can you help? They'll say, of course, why not? But they'll do a dirty job. They won't do it wholeheartedly. How will that impact you? They'll make it 10 times worse. You will regret seeking help from them, and then you'll have to do it again. What will you do next time? You won't ask for any help, and that's what they want. They may also act like a child, extremely irresponsible and totally immature. You may be dealing with an adult man who, let's say, trims his beard off. What do you see? Hair all over the basin. Clothes, they leave them behind. Acting they're all clumsy. But come on, your hands, they can be used. Put them where they belong. No, they'll just drop them there. That is entitlement. That is grandiosity. Oh, I have a slave. She'll do it. He will do it. I won't. Oh, I have help. They'll do it. But come on, there's so much work. I also get pressured. Then a conflict erupts. Just make it easy. They won't intentionally. Their goal is to keep you under distress as much as possible so that it becomes easier for them to abuse you. Which one of these 5 behaviors have you personally experienced? Let me know in the comments. And with that, let's bring this episode to an end. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.